Thanks for taking the time with us.
Where are you from?
Germany.
Okay, nice. Which city?
Cologne.
Okay, Cologne. Let me move over here.
So where you are right now? In the Netherlands?
I'm heading to US. I'm gonna do a training camp.
Ah, there you go. We actually know each other. I was in a couple of your training camps back when you were still located in Amersfoort. I don't know if you remember.
I remember. I know.
Ah, there you go.
Long time ago.
long time ago. Actually, I keep telling people a story about a day we drove to Breda, and we were in my car, and Bob Marley was playing, and you were a little bit unhappy with my driving style, and put out the CD and said you're also driving like Bob Marley, so you put in some heavier music. And that kind of stuck to me. So all my friends and family now say I drive like Bob Marley.
That's funny. Yeah. You have the Greek last name, right?
Yeah, that's right. Kraniotakis.
Yeah.
So,
I remember.
Yeah, so you actually remember. You're not just being kind.
No, I remember.
That's good. Yeah, talking about training camps. Did you change anything up for your training now that you re-signed with Glory?
Yeah, of course. Kickboxing is different. You do not have to teach the ground, the submissions, the submission defense. And I like the ground. But I also like standing up. So we've adjusted. We're now only training striking, only training standing up. The fortunate thing is that with MMA fights, you also train standing up. You also train striking. So it is not all that unfamiliar. It's just a little bit different, some slight changes, but not that big of a change.
Well, it's also not that unfamiliar since you started out with kickboxing, and I still remember when you prepared for the big kickboxing Grand Prix, you also trained ground and wrestling as well, but now you just cut that out of your routine and focus straight on the stand-up.
Well, what I would do now is for fun. You know, I like to wrestle for fun. I just grab these strikers and I just out wrestle them, or submit them on the ground just for fun, just as a cooling down, some extra cardio. So just for fun, I wrestle.
Okay, there you go. Going back to the training camp, did you switch anything up when it comes to coaches, teams, or did you relocate in any way?
Well, I will still be doing the camp in US. I'm part of Team Elevation. I like it. I like the group energy that we have. I also live in the United States, so yeah, nothing changes. I'll probably bring in some guys, some sparring partners, because of course it is a little bit different. But we have actually Denver, Colorado has excellent striking, has excellent sparring partners. So, but most likely I'll supplement a little bit with some Dutch guys. But I will just be doing the camp as normal in Denver.
Okay. You're one of the most iconic fighters in both kickboxing and MMA, period. Now that you picked up the Glory gloves again, does that mean that fans will never see you fighting MMA again?
Well, never say never. That's one thing that we need to always keep reminding ourselves. I might return to the MMA, as a closing fight, but undecided as of now. There was always one name that was in the back of my mind. That's Fedor. I hear that he still wants to fight. Of course, we're both getting on at age, and then Fedor is a little older as me even. So I don't know if he would be interested. It might be a long shot. I mean, of course, he's already stopped competing for a couple of years now. So realistically speaking, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, that would be the one fight to bring you back?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. You've had an incredible run in MMA while you were in the UFC. The contract did not allow you to fight in other competitions. Did you always have a return to kickboxing in the back of your head? Or did a special occasion come up? Or to put it otherwise, was this whole thing planned?
To be honest, it was not planned. Initially, I was planning to finish out my contract, finish my career in the UFC. For some reason unknown to me, did not allow this to happen. So they released me from my contract after the last loss. That's a little bit how the UFC contracts are structured. After a loss, they can release you. Yeah, it was against my wishes. However, now this allows me to shift gears and go into the Glory ring. The other thing that pleased me a lot is that Glory is doing great with their events. They're doing some very big shows in the Netherlands, and then I'm referring to they had a really big Badr Rico fight, and then the second fight was even more big, 40,000 people audience, and yeah, the way that they're promoting, pushing the fighters, but also the fact that this is home based in the Netherlands. So for me, after having such a long career, it is great to finish in my own home country. So that is also something that motivates me extra.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a homecoming. I can believe for you it must feel like that, and it's certainly good for people that followed your career for a long while and were fans of you when you back in the days when you fought for Pride and had all your kickboxing days. And you also mentioned a couple of names now that all the new possibilities came up of fighting kickboxing again, fighting against the big names that Glory helped building up in the time you were away. Are there any fights that you are looking at specifically that you say, well, this guy I had my eye on for a long time?
Well, specifically, the Glory champion, Rico, is something I'm looking for. Can't say anything about that fight yet, of course. And then, of course, Badr, we're one-on-one. So that's something that is a score not entirely settled yet. So that's also something that is interesting.
How about some of the new up-and-coming guys like Levi Richters, for instance?
Yeah, definitely. He's up-and-coming. Could also be somewhere down the line, right? Yeah, we'll just have to see how everything goes. But definitely, you know, he's not one, two, three on my mind when I signed with Glory. But on the other hand, he's a fighter. He's up and coming. He's one of the young. Is he young? I didn't even know how old he is. But definitely somebody on the crosshairs.
Well, and there's another guy that you're pretty familiar with, Gökhan Saki, who was putting out some information and showing some video clips of him training. That could be also a really interesting fight. You guys know each other as well.
Yeah, we know each other very well. We fought, and then before that we trained also several years together. Not necessarily a fight I would be looking for. I think there's a little weight difference too, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Anything can happen. There's going to be some interesting matchups. I know that Saki wants to fight again. I know, probably kickboxing. So we'll see what shows up, what turns up.
So from the way you're talking, I assume that you are not able to say anything about your next and upcoming fight.
How do you figure? I can't say too much about it. I actually can't say anything about it. I kind of know a little bit which direction it's going, but I can't say, unfortunately.
Okay, but that also does mean there is one specific fight scheduled against one specific individual. Yes, no, maybe. Is there a time set yet?
How clear is this? What this means? No.
Okay.
I can't say anything about it. You're gonna have to talk to Glory or wait on their press release.
Well,
obviously they're gonna have an agenda. They're gonna have a schedule. For me, it's not the time to discuss that.
All right.
But they're gonna bring it out at the appropriate time.
Okay, I fully understand. I have to ask. That's my job. I think Glory is happy that you're doing your part of the deal, not talking too much about this stuff right now. But I can do a little bit of math right now. You're heading to the US to do a training camp. You're not going to do that if you're fighting summer of 2022. So probably we're going to see you anywhere around end of summer or something like that.
Well, I actually do train year round. I always train. My team is based in Denver. I live in Miami. So For me to travel to the US is not that crazy since I live there officially. When you live somewhere officially, that means you can't, you need to also be there, right?
Yeah.
You need to be there, you need to work. Training is my life. You know, of course, competing is also my life, but the training also, I love to train. It makes me happy. So fight or no fight, I would have been going to the US because I need to be in touch with my team. I need to be with my teammates and I need to, just spend time there.
Okay, so no breadcrumbs for me to pick up there, but we'll hope to see you to see you soon in the Glory ring. You signed a multi-fight deal with Glory. Can you tell us how many fights are in the contract?
No, I'm not going to discuss any details, but it's a multi-fight, multi-year deal.
Okay.
So, yeah, and for me personally, you know, I'm 41 years old. So retirement, this is the last phase of my career. And it will be a beautiful way. So we're going to make sure of that. And then we're going to hop on to the next phase, which is no more fighting. But how many fights exactly, I can't say. It's a little bit how you perform, how you feel, right?
Sure.
That has a lot to do with it. But as of now, very happy, very proud to have signed with Glory, and very enthusiastic about the events that are gonna come.
We are,
you know, well. and also to add to that, the COVID situation seems to be rescinding, seems to be coming under control, which means that audiences could be allowed on a short notice, right? We're talking about already August or September, October. They're talking about relieving restrictions. So hopefully it keeps continuing, remain under control. So yeah, we can have the big events in Netherlands as everybody wants.
Yeah, that would be crazy. You wouldn't mention too much of the details regarding your contract with Glory, but we are living in crazy times. We have YouTubers fighting boxers, MMA guys fighting boxers. Would you also consider fighting in other disciplines as well, besides kickboxing?
Fighting a YouTuber?
Yeah, maybe fighting a heavyweight boxer. I don't know, Anthony Joshua kind of guy or something like that.
I don't really think it's realistic, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I just don't think it's realistic. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, yeah, I kind of think it's funny what the YouTubers are doing in Mayweather, but on the other hand, it's not keeping me up at night. I'm not watching that. I mean, I watch the highlights on YouTube the next day, right? And it's kind of interesting to see all the comments and the hatred. But listen, they're performing some entertainment. People are tuning in, apparently, not me. But yeah, good for them, right?
I feel the same way, but I also know some people, especially fighters, who are kind of bothered by the fact that someone who didn't put as much time in there in the training and in building up a career, and then having a big payday that every fighter hopes for in his career, taking a shortcut there. So that's something you don't feel?
You know what the thing is? Like, I think there's not everything is accurate. They're talking about 20 million payday. Nobody's really checking on that. So there's no way of verifying if that actually was a $20 million payday. And on the other hand, why get upset if somebody wins the lottery, right? There's going to be every couple of months, there's somebody winning the lottery. That's the same, right? So no, I think you should be continuing the focus on your own life, on your own career, on your own circle of influence. Stephen Covey. You need to focus on your own stuff, make that as beautiful as it can be. And then you will be less focused on other, lottery winners, so to speak. But to hate on other people because they're having, and again, nobody's verifying those numbers. So I don't, it is what it is. I'm happy for all the parties involved, and let them do their thing.
I think it's a great take on the whole subject. Maybe someone can listens to this interview and also thinks about where they are standing on this. You said that this is you're entering the last phase of your fighting career. How do you picture ending your fighting career? It's been a long one. You've been very successful having a lot of titles, important titles throughout kickboxing and MMA. And we have seen great examples of people leaving at the top. We have seen examples of people who should maybe have left a little bit earlier. What's your ideal picture of you leaving the fight business?
Well, it would. I don't want to give away too much, but another title would be nice.
I think so. Yeah, I think so as well. Well, for now you're here. You're here at Glory, and we are waiting big things from you. Do you have any messages to the other Glory heavyweights out there?
No, not really. I don't really talk shit. I let my results striking do the talking. I don't really need to talk shit. I think all the fighters are very respectful in their regards, accomplished, seasoned and veteran fighters. And yeah, wish them luck in their preparation, wish them luck in the fights, and all for good sportsmanship.
Okay, I personally like that a lot. It's not too good for YouTube and stuff because we always need big headlines, you know. So I would have loved you in one way to say something mean right now, but on the other hand, I like the sportsmanship approach. So thanks for being a good sport, and thanks for taking the time. First and foremost, when are you going to the US?
Sunday I'll be in the US.
Okay, there you go. Have a great training. I hope you stay healthy. I hope you will be in the Glory ring very soon because we really like to see you there. And do you have any messages for the German audience, for the guys in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland?
All right. Well, to my German fans, keep watching. We're not done yet. We're going to show some great fights. And enjoy. Stay tuned.
Thanks a lot, Alistair, and have a great time. Looking forward to see you again.
All right, Big K. How's training going, by the way?
Oh, it's good.
Are you still doing something?
Yeah,
or?
Training is going good, but I'm just not able to do a full training camp and do fighting. It's just too complicated. Too much stuff going on. But yeah, like you said, I'm getting older. The fire is still burning, but you know how it is. Fighting is not plain.
How old are you now? How old are you now?
I'm 39.
39. Okay, well,
still
maybe veteran class.
Yeah, something like that. For a heavyweight is not way too old. It's just my last fight was like 3 years ago. So you know, once you're out of the game, it's harder to get.
Once you're out of it, it's hard to come back in, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but the fire is still burning, and I'm seeing myself when you sing "Never Say Never."
Yeah, yeah, but you gotta hustle up though, otherwise it will be never.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be 50 years old and still go in there, right?
That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, amigo.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot. It was great talking to you. Have a
good as always.
Yeah, and since we're the premier partner of Glory in Germany and the German-speaking countries, I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk to each other soon again.
Sound good? Sound good? All right, amigo.
All right.
Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Big kick. Yo. Ciao.